R to the A to the ZZA, Razadog, gonna get you the Digitech A. Alright, welcome back. We are gonna add a few more features to our cool little site here. We are gonna add comments, and we're gonna fix this annoying thing. Straight up, out of the gate, isn't that annoying that every single time you visit the site, it asks your name? Remember my name! It is basic courtesy. Come on! A trick that I like to use is when I meet someone for the first time and they say, Hi, my name is blah blah. Then I mention, right, nice to meet you, blah blah. Where did you go to school, blah blah? What do you do for a living, blah blah? Try to use their name 3 times in conversation, and that will help you remember it. Computers, it's much simpler. You just need to save this between visits to the site, which means we need to store it somewhere. We could store it in Firestore, but then when we get back a list of users, we won't know which one was us. We'll have our username saved there, probably in users, but we won't know which one was us. So let's save it locally, on the person's computer. JavaScript gives us a way to save things locally called local storage. So I can do local storage username equals Bob. When I visit the page again, whatever, then I can look at local storage and see that it contains Bob. Yeah. So how does that translate here? What I'll do is I'll set username to be local storage username. Local storage behaves like a dictionary. You can see it's got a key called username and a value of Bob. So this will get the value for the username key. If there is no username, so you can do if not username. That means if there was no username loaded. This exclamation mark means not, like not found or not valid. In this case, it means that it is either empty or it doesn't exist. It's undefined. In that case, I can set the username to be that question. Yeah. And then what I can do is I can save that to local storage. Yeah, so local storage username equals username that they just entered. So this bit asks the question and saves it in a variable called username, and this bit is what remembers it for next time. Suppose that I didn't have this. Okay? Suppose that I just didn't have that. I'm going to simulate visiting the page for the first time by going in application, going in local storage, and clearing everything. Yeah, so there's nothing in local storage now. Alternatively, you can open a new incognito window. Well, you could. You could open an incognito window. Would also simulate visiting it for the very first time. So very first time, my name is me. What is my name now? My name is me. But it didn't actually save it in local storage. It's not going to remember it for next time. Sure, I'm checking if there's something in local storage, but next time I visit the page, it won't actually have remembered who I am. So to remember that information, if you want to remember something between visits, you can save it in local storage. This works the same as a Python dictionary. Local storage username equals that username. So now, if I refresh, name, Raza, hopefully, my name is Raza. When I refresh the page, it's going to check this, and sure enough, this is going to be Raza. This says, if not username. So if there is no username, run this code. So this won't run, because username is valid. Username is fine. So this just won't execute. So it won't ask me the question again. It'll just magically know who I am. Neat. That makes it a lot easier to debug, because it doesn't come up with that annoying message every time. Alright. Another cool thing, let's make a comment system. Yeah, that'd be cool. So, for comments, a few things. Let's have a... should we do showing comments first or adding comments? Let's do adding comments, I reckon. So as well as a like button, I'm going to copy this and add a comment button. It's really common when you want to add a new feature, copy something that worked before and change it. So this like button worked, so I'm going to copy it to a comment button. Good, so now I have a comment button. Now, again, I'm going to copy this thing that worked before, but have a comment button, and this will add comments. This will error out because there is no function called add comment. There's one called add like, but nothing called add comment. So if I refresh, good, it errors out. Sometimes getting an error is good because it's what you expect. We're always checking that it does what we expect. So now we can add comment. That will work a little bit differently. To this, we're going to need to have some way to identify which post it was for. We don't even need the data. We don't need to know what the text said. All we need is that document's identifier. We're going to make a new thing in here called comments, and each comment here are some that I prepared earlier. Each comment will have a post ID, which refers to the post that the comment was for, if that makes sense. And it's going to have the text of the comment as well. The post ID for, what's the best way to show it? Let's console.log doc. So the post ID for this is ID G9OS. Yeah, the post ID for this one is Inive. So each of them has its own post ID. This behaves like a dictionary or an object, so I can do .id. Should just get me the ID. There you go. So this one has that ID, this one has that ID. So when I make a new comment, I want it to be linked to that post ID. In other words, I want to make a new comment. I will call the variable new comment, why not? And that is going to have a post ID, which is the document's ID. And it's going to have some text. I'll just make the comment say, hello. There we go. How interesting. And now let's log that new comment just to see what it looks like. Save, refresh, comment. Good, so that's this comment, this comment. So each one, it's making a comment object that has a correct post ID for that post that I clicked, and the text is just going to be hello. Now, that didn't actually upload it here. These are all old ones. To test it, I'm going to delete all the old ones. And sure enough, if I were to comment, it doesn't actually upload this to the internet. It doesn't actually appear there. To upload to the internet, to upload to Firestore, we already have an example of that, and that is down here. You do the name of the collection, so db.collection, the name of the collection or the table, .add, and then the thing you want to upload. So I'm going to copy that up here, but the thing I want to upload is called new comment. And I don't want to put it in the posts collection. I want to have a new collection of comments. Yeah, so there's going to be a new collection of comments. It's going to look like, I won't bother making it. It's going to be here. So instead of posts, I want this to be comments. Hopefully, this will create a new collection with our very first comment. Let's refresh. Let's hit comment on this one. It should be for iKnive. The comment should say hello. And this actually doesn't refresh automatically, which is annoying. Now if you click on database again, it should refresh. Comments. Good. So here's our comment. It has a post ID of iKnive because iKnive was, there we go, this post here. And that comment says hello. Beautiful. It's made a new comment. It would be nice if I had some way to view that comment. That is tricky. That is tricky. We'll do that in a later video. For now, let's make it have actual custom comments rather than always saying hello. Let's make it ask the user what they want to say. We'll say var text equals, I'm going to do a prompt. We're going to ask the user a question. We're going to say, what do you want to say? And that'll save it in a variable called text. I'm just going to console.log text to make sure that this works. Fresh. Let's comment on this Reneri one. QQQ. Good. it successfully saved the answer to what I typed in a variable called text. So instead of uploading hello, or even the literal word text, I want to upload the content of that variable. So if that variable is QQQ, upload QQQ. If they said, hey, what's up, how are you going? Upload, hey, what's up, how are you going? Which means I don't need that console.log anymore, because that is just for testing. Alright, so if I comment on this, the me, and say, what do you want to say? Hey, me. And go in here. Hopefully, I have a new comment, that says, hey, me, for that post. Alright, nice. The next video, we will see how to actually view the comments, because it's annoying having comments that kind of disappear into oblivion and you can never, ever see again.